Yeah, it's like a cosplay kink thing that some people engage in. Like, how that got connected to gender, I do not understand. Because it seems to be a completely...
I wonder how, Joe. How did that get connected to gender, Joe? Who did that, Joe? Who? Who did that, Joe? Who was it, I wonder? We're all trying to figure out who did this. Oh my God, Joe Rogan addressed the kitty litter story? Shut the fuck up. That's crazy. No shot.
From last week, that got spread around as a meme because it kind of happened, right? Or the kitty litter boxes in school. From last week, that got spread around as a meme because it kind of fit the conservative view of, liberals and their confusion about gender and sex
But the kitty litter...
Yeah, totally, dude. Totally. It fit the conservative opinion of what liberals are like. As in, yeah, conservatives are insane, so they just think whatever the about liberals. So of course it's gonna fit their understanding of what liberals are like because they're insane. It's your fault that I'm out of my mind. That's literally the narrative now. Hey, have you considered that I am so brain broken and so mentally ill and have lost my mind on the internet that I could believe this about you?
Their boxes is a weird one.
It is weird. It's more like an urban legend.
I fed into that, and I should probably clarify that a little bit. I have a friend, and my friend's wife is a school teacher.
Bro, we know it wasn't your friend's wife, dog. Why are you still saying that? You watched the same Facebook clip that every other person your age group watched, and you believed it. The difference is all those other people in your group of friends believe dumb shit, but they don't have 90 million psychos listening to them. Just own up to it, man. Be a goddamn man. Just be like, hey, man, I got. I believed in some dumb shit that obviously is not real. When you acknowledge that you're wrong on something and you say you're wrong on it and then you move on and you correct the record, that's a good thing. If Joe Rogan did that, that would be a good thing, but he wouldn't have the same spicy meatball psycho fan base that he loves, okay? It's been weeks, bro. It's been weeks. Why did you not immediately address it and say, yo, I was wrong about that? That's crazy. It takes balls to admit when you're in the wrong.
And she told him that there was discussions in the school that a mother wanted to put a litter box in one of the bathrooms. And he told me this, and I talked about it on here, and then people were saying, that's not true. It's an internet rumor. So I contacted him again, and I said, tell me exactly what she said and contact her and find out. She no longer works for that school. She works for another school. She contacted the other school. She didn't get a response. I don't think they actually did it. I think there was
Dude, come on, dude.
Discussions about doing it because there was one particularly wacky mother, but it doesn't seem that there's any proof that they put a litter box in there. The reason why I was interested in it and willing to entertain it was, it was about 10 years or so ago, we went to, there was a UFC in Pittsburgh. And when we went there, as we landed, where we're driving from the airport to the hotel, we see all these people with mascot outfits on. We're like, what is going on? And
dude, what the dude, he's crazy right now. He's crazy right now, dude. That is bananas, dude. What the he saw furries. He saw furries at a Furry con, and he thought, well, this is exactly what's going on in our schools right now. You know what's really funny? Do they even have kitty litter at Furry con or whatever? Do the furries piss and shit in kitty litter even at Furry con? I don't think so. The fuck's he talking about? What the
talked to this guy, and he said, there's a furry convention in town. Right. And I said, wow, this is crazy. So they all decided to get together. So they were at bars and on the streets, and it was like a get-together. They used to do it in San Diego, but at the time, San Diego was a little bit more conservative, and they were having a hard time doing it, so they moved it to Pittsburgh. And this was the year they moved it to Pittsburgh. This is according to him. So we check into the hotel. The hotel, the guy who was working the front desk was saying how crazy it was. And these folks were asking for their food to be delivered in bowls on the ground so they could eat it like animals. And I'm like, that is crazy. And then he said they asked for a litter box in the lobby. Now, they didn't...
I don't believe that either. I'm going to call cap on that. I don't believe that. We know what the origin story of the kitty litter is. The reason why they have kitty litter at schools is because of school shootings. We know that. You probably watched my coverage on it. If you're in here, if you haven't watched my coverage on it when Joe Rogan was blasting the timeline with that dumb idiocy, we found out very quickly that that wasn't the real reason. The real reason why people were thinking that people were shitting on kitty litter boxes or whatever, was because of this really nefarious, awful conspiracy theory.
The first sign of the rumor in the U.S. appears to have been at this Michigan school board meeting last December.
I heard that at least one of our schools in our town has in one of the unisex bathrooms, a litter box for the kids that identify as cats.
Where it was discussed by a parent without proof, then shared on Facebook by a chairwoman of the Michigan Republican Party, referring to furries, a small group of people who are interested in and may dress up as animals with human-like features. The false story snaking its way across the country.
They had kitty litter boxes. They had kitty litter and buckets in classrooms because this one school had a policy for lockdowns during a school shooting. How American. When there's a school shooting happening, sometimes children want to piss or shit, but they can't leave the classroom because they're locked down. So they piss and shit in the bucket. It's used for emergencies. It's an emergency toilet. It also has a tendency to clean vomit and blood too. Apparently that's another reason why they use it. It also isn't like a very popular concept. This is like one school in Colorado or some shit.
Put a litter box into the lobby, but someone, according to this man, asked him for a litter box. I'm like, that is crazy. So I went and did a deep dive online. I went to forums where furries go because I was trying to find, like, is this a thing? Do they like to use litter boxes? Out of all of my searching,
This motherfucker went and he looked at furry. Like, I did a little bit of Googling and I realized that I'm into furry porn, okay? And I want to apologize to the furry community because sexy ass wolves that are super jacked and brolic, kind of my thing now.
I could only find one poster, one guy who said he had used a litter box. So this one person who was saying that he thought it was kinky and he liked to use it, he, they, it, them, whatever, liked to use a litter box. So that was all I could find. So is that something that people do, or is it something that people talk about doing because it's fun? I don't know. But one of the things that I found about these furries is, like, it's sexual.
Bro, they were probably trolling, dog.
In some sort of weird way. They like to get together and have sex with their furry outfits on. And they don't want people to know who they are or what they want to keep the outfits on.
So it's a cosplay kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a cosplay kink thing that some people engage in. Like, how that got connected to gender, I do not understand. Because it seems to be a completely...
I wonder how, Joe. How did that get connected to gender, Joe? Who did that, Joe? Who did that, Joe? Who was it, I wonder? We're all trying to figure out who did this. We're all trying to figure out who's responsible for connecting furries to sexuality and gender.
Who let that cat? Who let that cat? Ready for this? My friend, his wife, is a school teacher. And she works at a school that had to install a litter box in the girls' room because there is a girl who's a furry who identifies as an animal.
Who done it?
A different sort of kink. But what I think people have concern with is that it's nonsense and that it's crazy. And if this nonsense starts getting into schools.
And now this is the final stage of copium, okay? Where he's like, well, you know, people were just worried about the slippery slope. I know we just made this shit up. I know we just like connected it for no reason, but now we're gonna move on and act like there is a legitimate reason for why we did any of this shit when there's no connection. You tied it together, you made up the false story, and now you're saying, well, what if it did happen? Then it would be bad. Yeah, okay, dude.
Because there are, Jamie, what was the thing that you were telling me? There was someone was telling you about one kid thinks they're a wolf, and they
honestly don't know if I still need to. I think they're trolling. I think there's something that
Maybe,
happened
but
on
you know,
TikTok got out of hand.
Yes. Thank you, Jamie. He's Joe Rogan. Who's gonna check him at the end of the day? At least back in the day, young Jamie would pull that shit up. I have yet to see young Jamie pull a single shit up in months. Where the is Jamie? Holy Jamie is alive. That's crazy.
In that film, What Is a Woman?
There was that one person that said that they were a wolf.
Yeah, I mean,
wolf
you can always find somebody.
There is a report from ABC though, where they went and talked to a bunch of younger kids and parents that were having like a meeting, and they're like, our kids like dress up and talk this way, but like you should see how different they are when they do it.
Right.
They went from being very reserved to like outgoing.
Right, because it allows them to, when they pretend that they're a wolf, they can just be freer. So maybe they're like very shy.
Look, man, some people are into weird shit, as long as it's not hurting anybody, okay? Just let people do whatever the they want to do, okay? Yeah, people are into weird shit, okay? Who cares? Like, I wouldn't give a 90% of the dumb shit that conservatives believe in if they didn't make it their lives mission to hurt others with, okay? Like, conservative ideology, isolated in and of itself, is just you being a dumb motherfucker, okay? Problem is, you don't want to just be a dumb motherfucker. You literally have made it your life's mission to be a dumb motherfucker in public and constantly hurt other people, okay?
Hello, friends. I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out and it looks fucking horrible, even to me, because I'm not transphobic. But whenever you're in a situation where you have to say, I'm not transphobic, you fucked up. And I clearly have fucked up. And that's my intention to express myself in this video, to say, there's nothing I can do to take that back. I wish I could. Obviously, that's not possible. Holy shit, it looks bad. I said a lot of stupid shit, which is fine when you're talking about most things, but it sounded terrible. Obviously, somebody made a clip out of it and taken out of context. It looks terrible, but it looks terrible even in context. It's a idiotic thing to say, and I was just trying to be entertaining. I certainly wasn't trying to be transphobic. My hope is that, look, I can't go back in time and change what I've said. I wish I could. Obviously, that's not possible, but I do hope that this can be a teachable moment. My sincere and humble apologies. I wish there was more that I could say, but hopefully at least some of you will accept this and understand where I'm coming from. My apologies and much love. My sincere, deepest apologies and much love.